Hello everybody and welcome to the Four Stacks Beer Show. I am your host, Nathan Hangen. You can find me on all the socials at nhangen, N-H-A-N-G-E-N. My co-host over here, the guy in the red, Mike Fry, otherwise known as Frey All Day. Sometimes I get the two confused, to be honest with you. It's at F-R-E-Y all day. Finally an avid Snapchat user after a couple, about
It
4
took
to
a
5
while.
shows.
I still don't understand it, but it's there.
Kids these days.
Yeah, it's Frail Days with an S at the end because somebody already had Frail Day. That was fucking.
Are you serious? So you are
Frail
incompatible with the rest?
Frail all days. So all the days, all the things.
But wow, I mean that is like.
I know. It broke the cycle.
Does that keep you up at night?
It
would
does
keep me up
actually.
at night.
Yeah, a lot of things do, and that was one of them.
It's kind of like Four Stacks Brewing on Instagram, on Facebook, the Twitter with Four Stacks Brew, Snapchat, Four Stacks Brew. These social networks just get their shit
Just
together.
fucking bastards.
By it, you know what I mean. Anyway, so if you're new to the show, Mike and I basically drink beer and talk about it, and then yell at each other a little bit.
That sounds about right, actually. It's very, very true and accurate.
Then we put some blindfolds on, and then who knows what happens from there.
Yeah, it gets really weird. Really weird.
So today we're going to start with something special. But we've got Beer DOS. It was a Monday beer. I think I picked this up maybe 3 months ago, approximately. It's aged in a wild turkey barrel.
Yeah, wild turkey barrel.
It says here, Rare DOS whiskey barrel aged imperial stout. Normally, the cycle, like people are freaks for cycle.
Yeah.
I like cycle. I prefer their IPAs.
Yeah.
But I find it interesting that people will I was reading reports like the recent release. People who drove from Miami.
Yeah, people were waiting in line. Some of the beers, some of the days, like Scoop, the end of the week release, like the ones they just did.
Neapolitan, basically.
Yeah, and they were in line. I think 12:30, pretty much midnight the day before, or that morning at 12:01 they're in line waiting, at the door.
For a stout, it's basically the same stout, just different treatment.
Right.
You said gimmick. You're right.
Yeah, and it's great. I mean, the beers there are fantastic. I mean, I've yet to have a beer that I said, it's another one of the 10 Bay Area breweries that are doing really, really well right now. But yeah, I mean, it's just the amount. When people hit me up for trades and stuff, they're one of the things they ask for, other than like White Oak Highline and stuff like that, is they want cycle beer.
And that's why people wait in line because they're trying to trade.
Right. Well, yeah, there's a lot of mules.
I don't trade. That's why I don't trade because I have a life.
No.
And my favorite part about this beer was the night before. The line started at probably before cycle closed at like 10 o'clock.
Yes. Yeah.
And I walked in Monday at like 5 o'clock, 4:30, and I picked up 3 bottles.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
So the guy who waited in line all night is basically...
He's just wasted whatever he...
That's the type of person we're trying to push that person out with this show and bring in like the normal person. So like...
We just want to hug you. Not literally, I don't want to touch you. But
which one? The guy who waited in line?
Oh,
everybody?
Yeah.
You're a hugger,
free
fighter. So anyway, I bought 3 bottles. I think it was $25 a bottle. So Cycle doesn't fuck around when it comes to pricing. They're pretty expensive. We talked about Stone being cheap. Cycle's like the opposite of that. They make you wait in line. Cash only. Yeah. Hashtag cash only. And $25 a bottle. The label's pretty neat.
Everybody's saying this is clocking in at 10%.
10%, okay.
Which is going to be pretty nice.
It's pretty fucking dark. The smell is molasses. It does smell nice. It's very light. I don't get a lot. I get a little bit of whiskey.
Yeah, it's not like drinking motor oil, like some of the barrel aged stouts where it's just, it's like drinking pudding with a little, pudding that's got water in it.
Mouthfeel is decent. It's not super thick. It's not very like drinking tar or pine sap or something.
A lot of good chocolate notes out of this one too. Like a lot of really, really solid dark chocolate.
I don't know. I think it's pretty basic character, to be honest. And that's not a bad way. It just doesn't punch me in the face with whiskey. which is good. You know
Well,
how I feel about
yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, I mean, and I think, I mean, execution of style is really good. I mean, just the basic style.
What makes you say that execution is really good? Why?
Because the body's not super heavy. It's not so dense where it just sits there on your palate and you know, kind of rotates.
Residual sweetness, like
Yeah,
like
you
the
know,
Funky Buddha we had.
Yes, yeah, and then like, I mean, like we were saying as far as the whiskey, it's not. It doesn't. You know, it's not 18%. It doesn't just reek of booze.
Yes.
You know, so they, you know, their conditioning inside the barrel itself, I think, is done really well.
It's not very carbonated, which I guess is fair for a stout.
Yeah.
And was it aged in a barrel? So
Right.
it's got enough zip in the tongue. There's no head or anything like that, obviously, but that's not out of the ordinary for a stout like this. Yeah, I mean, I get a little bit of molasses, a little bit like a real dark chocolate.
Yeah.
I get very, like a twinge of whiskey, like barrel. I don't even get a lot of wood.
I get in the back after everything kind of settles out. I get a little char. I get a little bit of the char from there. But yeah, I mean, as far as, you know, the dark chocolate notes in there.
I get more liquor in the nose than I do in the tongue.
Yeah.
In the finish, there's not any. We're gonna refrain from with untapped ratings.
Yeah.
Until we'll let it warm up and taste it cold and warm.
I'll turn the burners off real quick.
Turn the burners on. Yeah, that work. We're gonna move to a Funky Buddha here.
Oh, okay.
And we just got this on as a guest tap. We picked it up. Our sales guy from Brown Distributing here in the Tampa area. They represent Funky Buddha. Ethan does a great job for us. He hooked us up with this beer and another Funky Buddha that we'll probably do on a show here in a couple weeks. But this is the French Toast. It's a double brown, basically, an imperial brown. I think it's 9%, 8.8, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a seasonal for them, special release.
Yeah.
It's basically designed to be like French toast.
Yeah.
If you smell it,
I mean, it smells exactly like it.
it smells like my grandma in a log cabin made French toast with like eggs that she got out of the fucking chicken coop and fresh ingredients, fresh bread that she made herself. Again, we're in a log cabin. She made this shit, and then she used fresh, real maple syrup on it, and that's what I have in a glass. Am I wrong?
No, you're spot on. You might want to. Growing up, my grandfather on Sundays would make French toast with Texas toast, and it smells exactly like it. Even the taste, I mean, it's amazing. Even in the taste, there's great hints of vanilla, which kind of plays off the flavor you get from the egg.
Cinnamon.
The cinnamon itself.
I can almost taste the powdered sugar, or smell the powdered sugar.
Yeah.
I don't really taste a lot of booze. I think the nose is like, it's probably, as far as a beer goes, outside of the IPA range. For like a specialty, like whether it's a coconut or a coffee or whatever, like the nose on this is the most accurate and spot on I've had in a beer in a long time.
Yeah.
When you say French toast, you better back it up. Like we had blueberry cobbler.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the blueberry cobbler one, you know, they wanted it to smell like blueberry cobbler, and so I mean, the majority of flavors, majority of things you well, I mean, when you smell it, it smells like blueberry cobbler. Yeah, but the taste though wasn't all there. But I mean, for this one here, I think this is a really solid offering from Funky Buddha.
God, it's delicious. It's like drinking French toast, and how could you do a whole pint of it? Is the question.
No, I mean, and that's why we're not serving them in pints, because I think that would be a bit. I mean, it's filling.
Even a snifter is going to be.
No, I think a snifter is good. And what you're talking about as far as malt character, I think the more it warms up, I think you'll start getting that sweetness coming out of it. But I think a snifter is just right amount, where this is definitely dessert beer. So don't start don't start your night with this. Like, don't start your day with this.
Untapped rating, where you at?
On this one here, for brown ale, again, because I look at it as execution of the style. I know, again, you talked about changing it. I always just really look at execution of the style itself. You know, my personal opinion really means nothing to the next person. And I think a lot of times when breweries and people look at Untapped, they want to see how people think this style, you know, the execution of the style. They want to look for areas that if there's anything they can do better, to do better. So when I look at this itself, I look at this as, I would say 4.15, because I'm feeling generous, 4.25.
Okay.
Just for your execution of a double with a lot of flavor in it. Really picks up in the nose, follows through with the palate. And like right now, as I'm talking, I mean, I still taste, the vanilla and the nutmeg and what you would think of like the
Probably
little,
feel it as well, right?
Yeah.
Right through here.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of feeling going on. Right here.
There's plenty of space
So
there.
yeah, and so I mean, like the fried egg, when you have that French toast, little fried egg coming on the side, that's exactly what I'm.
And to me, that's as a brewer, like if we were to set out to do one of these, and you drink this first, you're like, shit, we got a lot of work to do to figure this out. Like not just let's make it a recipe and brew it.
Right.
Let's brew it like 15, 20, 30 times.
Yeah.
And play with different
Tiny
additives.
batches.
Or we can just take one batch, filter it in a bunch of fermenters, and try a bunch of different secondary treatments. So for me, I think I'm gonna go 4 or 5 on this. Bonus points for the nose. The nose, I mean, I could sit and drink it, idiot. I could sit and smell it all day. It's like a Yankee candle. It's like a Yankee
I
candle.
hate that fucking store. God.
Because you spend a lot of money or because you spend a lot of time?
Both.
Yeah, exactly. But the nose is Yankee Candle.
Yeah. If Yankee Candle
quality.
made a candle like this,
We could just save a lot of money.
I would buy stock in that one candle.
So 4 or 5 points for that. I would go higher, but I'm knocking points because I probably couldn't drink a lot of this, and maybe that's a good
looking
thing.
at preference, or are you looking at execution?
Well, I'm saying like this is, what is this, 6-ounce glass, something like that? That's enough for me. Like I wouldn't drink anymore. And if you're Funky Buddha, you're like, I want people to buy this shit and buy a lot more.
Well, see, here's how they loop you in. You buy a 20-ounce bottle or 22-ounce.
Yeah, and that's like, well,
you've
what am I
already
gonna do with
bought
it?
it.
I bought a keg of it, so
It's
luckily I'm selling it to people.
Yeah, that's to say. And well, that's the thing is they sell it in bottles, and so at that point it's already sold. So if you open the bottle, you got to drink it.
Yeah, but you want to feel like you got your values worth. You're not just chugging it to get through it. So just a 4 or 5. I'm giving it a 4 or 5.
That's
pretty
still
good
really
deal.
good. Yeah, no, that's still really good.
And for a brown ale, I would like to taste a little bit more malt profile in it. You said we'll see when it warms up.
Yeah, I say one more. The warmer it would get, I bet you.
But it's sort of warm now. So that's where we're at. 4 5. 4.25.
4.25.
Technically a 4.15.
4.15,
Which is-
but 4.25 is still pretty solid.
Okay. So there you have it.
Yeah.
All right, we just finished talking about Funky Buddha French toast. We're still going to go back to Rare DOS
Yeah.
at some point. It's warming.
Yeah, it is. It is
Getting
definitely
there.
getting there.
For now, we're going to switch to one of our own beers. It's called Chocolate Coffee Porter. Very original name.
Or CCP, is what generally everybody calls it. Yes. Yeah, everybody generally calls it CCP.
So CCP is a chocolate coffee porter. It's at 6.2%. It's one of our sort of core beers here. We've been brewing it for a while.
Yeah.
One of the first beers we really locked in on. I think we talked about that in a past show. It's certainly not French toast or a Rare DOS, but it's got its own good qualities that I think make it.
There are definitely
worth
some
talking about.
characteristics that definitely stick it out from the rest.
So everything smells like French toast at this point, to be honest with you.
I don't know how you smell French toast, but okay.
I smell what I smell. I do what I want.
So this is a really solid traditional American porter. In here, got a good mix of stuff going through between Maris Otter, some chocolate, some black malt, a few other things there. Of course, I got to leave out because I don't want to give away our trade secrets.
That's right, trade secrets.
Even though once you taste it, you'll probably start picking up on things if you're an avid brewer. But through the whole process there, this is definitely a beer that we've locked in really, really well. Everyone really, really loves this beer. This is one of the beers I think we've had consistently since we've opened. That we've been able to brew. I mean, other than Old Sport, our regular English pale ale, CCP, your chocolate coffee porter, has been something we've brewed since pretty much day one.
And this beer, we put the coffee in the fermenter.
Yeah, during
so it's essentially a cold brewed coffee, which we find is important and crucial really for taking some of the acidity out and not adding a lot of extra bitterness. So you get a lot of coffee in the nose, but you don't get it like a smoked, burnt coffee flavor in the beer itself. And the chocolate comes from the chocolate malt that we use.
Yeah.
It's not like we drop chocolate, although occasionally we'll do a little cocoa nib action. So what's your final untapped rating on this CCP?
On this one here for CCP, just because I really like it, especially since I've been able to mold it, and
Like the
cultivate
darkness?
it. Yeah, like the darkness. I've been molded by it. I give this one a solid 4.0 rating, just because I building it up, getting, intensifying the coffee notes in it, building up the chocolate in there. The chocolate's not something that's very forward, like we said, it's not milk chocolate. It's very subtle. It's supposed to be kind of sitting back there, quietly in the back of the corner. The chocolate.
Nobody
the
puts
coffee.
baby in a corner.
No, don't put baby in the corner.
But you can put the chocolate in the corner.
Yeah,
it's fine.
chocolate in the corner is fine. Coffee is right there up front to let you know, hey, it's there. So I definitely give
So
it a
4.0. I'm going to give it a 4.25. I think to style for a porter. We're talking about. I misspoke earlier. I said American porter. It's actually an English porter. You correct me. It's a mix, but we use an English yeast, English hops, English malt.
Well, yeah, the majority of the malt is English. Yes.
But it's not super. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an English style or an English porter that would.
It's
taste
definitely
like
not submiddle.
It's not submiddle.
Definitely not submiddle.
So I'm going to go 4.25 because I feel like to style, like if you're drinking a regular porter, whatever it is, you compare it to CCP. You're always going to go CCP unless you don't like chocolate or coffee. And we have those people.
Yeah, if you're not a big.
I hate chocolate, I hate coffee.
Yeah, it's like, so you don't want to pour it in. All right, sounds good. Let's move forward. Yeah, so it's
Okay.
Definitely.
So before we finish the non-blindfold segment, let's go back to this Rare DOS. We've had a couple beers since then. Ooh. Flavor is really distinct. Molasses,
Oh yeah.
whiskey.
Yeah, just like I said, as soon as it started warming up,
Sweetness.
that molasses just definitely started coming out. Barrels coming out big time. And like Wild Turkey, my stepfather, his my grandfather, he was a big Wild Turkey fan. And so every time we would go out, he'd always get a Wild Turkey in some sort of fashion. So whenever we all go out together to a nice restaurant, generally I'll get an Wild Turkey old fashioned, just kind of in his remembrance.
Okay,
It's
that makes
perfect.
sense. No, I can appreciate that.
The joke is you got to muddle the fruit. So you can always get you get an old fashioned.
It's not to be confused with middling.
No, not sub-middling at all. No, so you're gonna get the old fashioned, muddle the fruit. Perfect. Well, and with Wild Turkey, even if it's kind of the the house whiskey, it's still really, really good.
How are you rating this?
For this one here, I mean, especially as it's held up. I mean, even the warmer it gets, it's still really, really solid. I mean, of course, because I like
Different
this style.
flavors, but good flavors.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I like this style, but as far as execution wise, I still rate this at a 4.5.
4.5. I think that's fair.
Are you gonna agree with me?
I am.
Oh my god.
I was looking for a reason to knock it down, looking for a reason to push it up. I think overall, I guess my only knock would be that it's $25 and it's a beer that you could probably find.
If it was in distribution, though.
You could probably find a similar example somewhere else.
Well, the one thing you got
For a lesser price. That's the only knock
that
I
I give
have.
them kudos for is they release a beer that creates so much hype.
Oh, they're masters of making these.
Yeah. You know what? And you got to give them kudos for it, man. I mean, those guys do a really, really solid job of hyping people up for a good beer.
Yeah. It's not a bad beer.
No.
It's not perfect, but it's certainly not undrinkable.
No, I mean, I'll
you
drink
want to take it
these.
slow.
Yeah, I'll drink
Of all the
these.
beers we've had tonight, this is the one you want to do.
Yeah,
So.
I'll definitely drink these all day long.
Will you?
Ooh.
I'd like to see that. I mean, see how you fare.
Oh, I fare well.
Mr. Drink Responsibly.
I will fare thee well.
So we're going to switch to blindfolds, where I pummel him in the face.
With his hands blindfolded.
So what's going to happen is we're gonna put our blindfolds on. Tyler's going to come in and bring us a special beer that he brought from Publix this time, not Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, he went to Publix.
And we're going to attempt to guess
The giant.
the brand, the style, and if we're really good, like I am, the label, and
Guess
we'll see how it
40
goes.
beers, you get one right. So yeah.
So we're going to take a pause to get the blindfolds on, and see you in a minute.
I think this one's going to be interesting.
2 minutes to 1 minute a year.
And again, I opened it outside of this room so you couldn't hear.
Oh, I can already hear it's a glass.
You think so?
Clanked it against the glass. And
Okay.
the fact that you questioned it
That's fine.
really is obvious.
All right, well, we're back with blindfolds, and we're going to attempt to guess this beer that Tyler has just poured for us. Thank you, Tyler.
Yep.
Let's see what we got here. No hints to like today.
Super floral. Good lord.
Weird.
Tastes like a fucking malt bottle. Good lord.
Did this come in a 6-pack or like a single?
A 6-pack.
From Publix.
I'm picking up like it tastes flat. It tastes I taste very little, to be honest. Very little nose. Can you give me a refresher?
It's just like a pale ale.
Like a topper upper? I want to get some bubbly. Let's try and get some with carb.
Yeah, let me get a schmear in there.
Like I said, it's flat. It tastes like old beer. It tastes like an old pale ale
Yeah.
with like flowers in it.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. It's floral, like not as in hop variety, but as in like it smells like a meadow. Tastes like a pale ale. If this is an IPA, I'm gonna be shocked.
Okay, I think I have a guess.
Don't forget your untapped rating, guys.
Untapped rating is 2.
I'm gonna like a
I'll give you that right
1.5.
now. It's 2.
I'm gonna assume this is a pale ale, and if it is, it's like a 1.5. I mean, it's
Now, this is something you can get in any grocery store. I mean, I know it's kind of stumping you guys, but I didn't pick some crazy beer.
And that's the goal of the segment,
Yeah.
right? Is to be
well,
able
I mean, you're picking it from Publix. I mean, they get some good stuff, but they don't get they don't get too good at stuff.
gross. It's So you give it a 1.5. I give it a 2 because to me, like a 1.5 is like a bud. A 1 would be like a natural light that we had the other day.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
A 0.5 would be like a PBR, which is
Oh, what? You're out of your damn mind.
dude. PBR is the worst beer ever made.
Natty Light, Bud Light, Coors Light, PBR. You're out of your damn. I know you can't see the levels that I'm throwing out here right now. PBR
Okay.
is so much better
I have a
than
guess.
those three. Go. I can't even guess. I'm just gonna say it's a pale ale.
This is the Guinness Nitro. It's a. Okay, so I think we may have lost video for a minute, so we're just going to confirm the results.
Yeah.
My guess was Guinness Nitro IPA.
Yeah. I was
You
thinking-
followed suit.
Well, I initially thought it was a pale ale. I mean, for as light as the beer was, I thought it was a pale ale.
But you did follow suit. You said
I started, yeah, once you started saying it was nitro, I'm like, okay, that would make sense for the kind of level that it was at.
and so it turns out it was a Guinness Nitro IPA, which was disgusting for the most part.
Yeah.
We tore it apart during a break to try and figure out what's inside of it. We got this little plastic toy. It's got a couple of weird like valves in it. We're suspecting that they use this to release nitrogen slowly into the.
That's the only
the
thing
beer.
I could, yeah, this is, they probably pumped it in. I mean, there's a couple little dabs in there to where they would probably inject it and then it would just slowly leak out as the beer sat on the shelf for the next 12 months.
But the beer was flat. There's still a head, but there's no carbonation.
Yeah,
by it.
there's no carbonation by it at all. There's no.
It
I don't
smells
know
like
why
old
you
beer.
were, you know.
It smells like
just-
old beer.
Well, I just said it just smelled like a malt bottle. It smelled like an IPA that just sat on the shelf for a year and a half and no one
So
drank it.
gross. So this can deserves to be torn up. We did also mention that this is the Guinness Brewers Project, a group of enterprising brewers on a quest to explore new recipes, reinterpret old ones, and collaborate freely to bring exciting beers to life. We mentioned it's 44 IBUs infused with nitrogen.
Yeah.
The hops are Admiral, Celia, Topaz, Challenger, and Cascade. 5.8%. This is actually 11.2 ounce can, which is a fucking ripoff. And it's created with passion by Luis Ortega.
Louis Hort that guy.
Thank
You
you.
gotta roll the R's.
And we said he needs to find a new passion.
or
Because
just stick
this
to
beer is
regular
pretty
price
gross.
for him.
This beer's gross.
Yeah.
I would never buy it. I don't recommend that you buy it.
Yeah, I've never bought it and I don't plan on buying
I'd
it.
probably rather have Coors Light.
Yeah, or PBR.
Not PBR, you know how I feel about that. The 0.5, bam! Worst
Yeah.
beer ever.
It's out of his damn
Well,
mind.
we're gonna fight about this in a minute. So,
Physical.
we've got a 2.0 and a 1.5 as a final rating. Once again, I guessed it right. Mike piggybacked and guessed along with
No,
me.
I said pale ale, and then once you started saying it, but yeah, I mean, that was a bad beer. I don't know how I'm ever saying
Bad is a nice way of saying it. So there you have it. We've had a good show today. We've had a lot of beer, and we're probably I'm gonna take a nap. You're gonna have to work, so good for me.
Till, yeah.
Good for me. And then I guess we'll see you next time. Any final words, parting words, anything?
No, just remember if you want to follow me on Snapchat and my 2 posts that I've had in a week and a half, it's Frail Days with an S at the end.
That's so wrong. And we once again, this is Mike Fry, Frail Day on all the socials except for Snapchat where he's Frail Days, and I'm at nhangin, NHANGEN. You can follow us on Twitter or on Snapchat, Facebook, Four Stacks Brewing. You can just search for Four Stacks Brewing. You can follow the team. And that's it. We'll see you next time. Thanks again for joining us. Drink safe. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. Whatever you're doing. We'll see you later.